In the screencast, I'm going to show you how to do green screen using WeVideo. This assumes that you've used WeVideo, you're a little bit familiar with it, you've played with it, at least set up your account. When you first look at WeVideo, you're actually in what is called the storyboard mode, and to use green screen you've got to change to what's called the timeline mode. If you look at these three lines here, this will take you to the main menu. You can scroll down and choose timeline mode here. It's going to look a little different. The difference you're going to see now is you're going to see more tracks down here in the timeline. You've got two audio tracks, you have a main track, you've got a video track. And I'm going to delete this background that's in. I don't really need this. You can see that I've already uploaded the files I'm going to use. I've got the background that I want, I've got the green screen clip that I want. And I'll begin by putting the background in first. It's really important you remember that. Always put the background in first, and that is what goes in the main track. So now I have that in. I think it's in for 5 seconds by default. You can always change that by dragging it on the edge. And now I have the green screen clip. Now you have to be careful with this. When you film these, you have to film it with as little shadow as possible. It's very tough to do here at school, but you got to find a place to do this or a way to do it with very little shadow. So I'm going to take this clip now and I'm going to drag it into the video track right up above the main track. So you can see now that I'm in the video track. And if I double click in that video track, it opens up some additional editing tools. Up here across the top there's 5 different tools. This is transform, animation, color, and the last one says color keying, and that's just a fancy way of saying green screen. I'll click color keying. The instructions here say to select a color to remove using the color picker. This is the color picker. It's an eyedropper, so by clicking the eyedropper I can come over here and I can pull out that color green. When I do that, you'll notice here that most of the green screen's gone. Now there's some options here you have to clean it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a green shadow around this guy. If I were to go to the left, that green outline would actually get worse. If I go to the right, it cleans it up until it's pretty much gone. If you go too far, you can see I'm starting to pull out some additional color. So you just got to play with that and see what you can do to make that work best. When you're happy with it, when you've done all that, you hit done editing, and now you've got that applied to that image right there. So that's green.